Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with the weekly reset that's happening today. In today's video, we're going to be covering all the events that are wrapping up, in addition to some of the big ones that are also starting in just a few days. So guys, without further ado, let's get started. And as per usual, if you enjoy the content like this, please give the channel a sub and like for future videos just like this. First and foremost, let's talk about the ones that are ending, because it's easy to see in the milestone selection screen, especially when you're going through and seeing the events that are currently live. So we have the Gear Tour 20 burst. Remember, you can take advantage of this one easily. Remember as well, Sebastian Shaw Unleashed event. We still have 9 days, 8 hours remaining because of the last kind of leg for this event. Should be one more week relating to the Unleashed stuff. And as you can see, everyone's going to be able to get access to essentially the 7 red with additional shards there of Sebastian Shaw. We got the Unleashed week 2 wrapping up here. So again, tied back to what we just talked about there. This was simply just going through and using, I believe, Raids with Vigilante, Cosmic Crucible, and Mortal X-Men. So we should have easily got this done now that Cosmic Crucible is wrapped up for the weekend. Fantastic Surge, Save the World. These have been recurring events every single day, so definitely great to take advantage of. This is the next week, right? Unleashed week 3 here, so very similar to the ones we just saw. Only difference is they switch around the point mechanics here. So you can see we got Thunderbolts coming in with raids, Cosmic Crucible with AZAZEL, in addition to Rachel Summers if you have them unlocked. But it should be no issues even if you don't, just because this has been a very free-to-play way to access Sebastian Shaw's red stars. Interesting that they are taking it that route though, but it's nice that we've been able to get a couple of shards in there. Gear Tour 20 dash, we saw this in the data mines, and it's nice that they have provided Armory 20 orb fragments from the very get-go. So this is going to be a nice infusion here. As you can see, total of spending 3,500 campaign energy that's eligible, in addition with another 3,500 coming from the daily login. So actually very, very free-to-play friendly. However, keep in mind, we're only going to be able to access milestone 10 because milestone 11 is kind of that pay-to-play milestone, if you will. Flames of Tomorrow, guys. So this is the big leaderboard event that we saw here. We got the additional information from the blog post, but you can also just see the rewards and the breakdown and scoring now live in game, especially now that they've actually added this in the preview state. So you can see Cosmic Crucible, it's going to be adding up a sizable amount of points, guys, 45,000 maximum. So you definitely want to take advantage of those battles. Same with Raid, 64,000 in total. So that together is already going to give you north of 100,000 points just for this event alone. If you have Rachel Summers and at 5 stars and above, in addition to AZAZEL, that's going to give you an edge for this weekend as well. It also even factors in Sebastian Shaw, who's also coming in just a few days this week. So all tying back to this leaderboard event. And guys, the other kind of tiebreaker mechanic, if you will, is going to be the spending of campaign energy, as well as these earning of these mind lock orb fragments. Now, as you recall, these mind lock orb fragments, they're going to have a chance to actually drop 100 pieces of Gear Tour 20. So definitely a pretty notable, but remember, the percentage is usually pretty low, right? So just something to be mindful of. But again, if you're interested in this event, to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to partake, just because I don't really like how the conversion of campaign energy points is for this event. So I'm probably going to pass on this, to be honest. I'll continue hoarding as I normally do, but for those that were following along and want to unleash their campaign energy, this will be a great way to take advantage of this event. As you can see, top 4,000 players are going to have a chance there for the Diamond Rachel Summers. To be honest, guys, I don't know how valuable that actually is, because it does still take quite some time, especially if you think about the Fantastic Four team that got released. That we got diamonds on all of them now, and we didn't have to do well in these events. It just kind of come from just playing the game and obviously collecting those Fantastic Four diamond orbs. I assume there's probably going to be something similar for the Hellfire Club as well. So just something to be mindful of there. However, having said that, if you are interested in obviously amassing and accumulating Gear Tour 20 pieces for mutant characters, well, that's a different story, right? Then you definitely do want to do well in this event, because as you can see, this can actually, bolster your roster for Age of X, and obviously ultimately unlocking Professor Xavier. This is kind of one of the bottlenecks that you're looking for. But remember, we are getting a hefty amount of Gear Tour 20 now from the Antimatter store, just us accumulating and obviously purchasing what we can. So just something to be on the lookout for there. But for me, guys, it is going to be a skip. I'm going to be saving my campaign energy as I normally would for something that's more notable. I just like where my balance is right now from a campaign energy perspective. And I don't know if I want to use it for an event where it doesn't seem like it's going to impact my account much, but just my personal recommendation for those that are in a similar position myself. That pretty much covers everything that's kind of from the milestone standpoint, guys. Let's talk about the command center now. Remember, we still have this mutant training event. Very, very easy to hit. We're essentially just leveling any mutant character to 105, and you're able to claim all these points for an opportunity, once again, for AZAZEL. So that's what I mean. These are just easy stuff that we can take advantage of. Don't forget, We do have the Broken King event still ongoing here, but this is going to be resetting for the week. So just make sure you guys are going through. If you haven't done the Danger Room stuff for obviously the quad coins, that's going to add up to some points there. But we will be starting the next week here being the White Queen from the Broken King week 3. So just something to be on the lookout for there. Another notable one is going to be the Null finale here. So remember, this one has been really good in the sense that it's been very easy. You just have to make sure you're engaged, but the bulk of it coming from a mix of raid battles and Cosmic Crucible and War when it does come, because it is part of the monthly stuff. But we're just kind of amassing this over time. As you can see, the next target that we have here is the 5 red. Ultimately, 7 red is going to be the goal for Null. So just keep on grinding, keep on following this to a T, because that's how you're going to be able to obviously amass these red stars for Null. And even if you don't have Null unlocked, this will be an opportunity to take advantage of the red stars. And then when you get them unlocked, well, guess what? You're going to have the red stars being also available. That's basically everything from an event standpoint, guys. Let's talk about some of the changing of passes here. So remember, the Strike Pass does actually reset in less than 8 hours here, and it's going to pivot over to a mix of Fantastic Four characters. So I assume we're going to get a mix of Sue Storm, Franklin Richards, and as well as Reed. So that will be a nice way to bolster up our Fantastic Four. We also have actually AZAZEL was actually confirmed here to be part of the antimatter store. So he's going to be coming actually today, being added there. So you can actually start farming for him. I opened a couple orbs in that event, in that weekly event when we had the power course. So that was nice to just build him up a little bit. But we've also had some Path 2 orbs every single day. So that's been awesome to see, guys. And then last but not least, we did see a notable update as well. We have Sebastian Shaw also becoming available on August 22nd here. So guys, that's a great opportunity to finally get him. But remember, his red stars has been available, so it's very interesting that they are going about this route here. And don't forget, guys, we also have the big multiversal powerhouse milestone that's coming up. So it's not in preview state yet, but that is as you can see on screen here, Franklin Richards face, it is his free-to-play event. There's 100 shards being available for that respectively. In addition to that, we also have new Annihilation raids coming as well on the same day. So lots of things turning over in just a few days here, guys. So we got Franklin Richards event, Annihilation raids, and lots and lots of good stuff here. So be on the lookout for that. I'm sure there's going to be some more announcements this week from Marvel Strike Force and Scopely as well. They typically try to trickle in some teasers for the coming chapters there. Do let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.